It's great to see you again since I last saw you 10 months ago.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi,
darling.
nice to see you too.
That's good. Look, in the past 10 months since I interviewed you last, can you please tell me what's been going on with you as a band?
Everything really. Playing, haven't we? Recording.
Yeah.
Lots of videos like you've done for us as well. We've had, since the last time we spoke,
TV show.
We've started up the TV show that you've had as a guest today, aren't you? You've had an insight of the craziness of that.
Yeah.
And we've had number ones, and a new album, and new singles coming out.
Cool. Guys, individually, could you please tell me what changes you have seen over the years in the way of music?
Well, I suppose there's some more bands now started up because before it was all electronic. It's nice to see young bands taking interest in music and like learning to play instruments. So that's a good change. Back.
Cool.
Very. Well, just like to see more originality coming through, and writing their own songs, material.
And I'll say that same thing as Mark, really, that we see a lot from the British country music scene anyway, that they're starting taking originality, they want to add more songs to the sets. I'm grateful that a lot of bands are starting to do their own material, really. We're 100% behind them, aren't we, really, to do their own thing.
100%.
Okay, how do you feel about selling music online, and how do you feel about illegal music?
Well, it depends what you call illegal music, because it's one of those situations, because from a band's point of view, I think online music's the best thing for acts. For us especially, because
independent acts.
Yeah, independent acts, because the thing is, you can get it straight to the DJ, as you know. I can send it to you in the morning, you can play it at the show in the afternoon. It's easy access for your fans. And but illegal downloading and all that, you're never really going to stop that. No. Because once it's out there, it's very, very, once you've released it, it's very, very, you can keep track of it really. So that's one thing you're just going to accept and expect, really.
Plus, at the end of the day, the main record companies haven't got the stranglehold of it.
No.
I know I asked this last time, but being the strong bond that you are, do you see yourselves together in the next 25 years?
Definitely.
2 out of 3 is not bad.
Oh, good night, guys, I'll see you. Yeah, hopefully, because we're a family and we're all brothers together, like we've told you before. You've seen that yourself, we fight, you know what I mean? Yeah. We cry with each other when we need to. We support each other. Now you know what a pub is.
I think I'm kind of owed one from
Yeah, we'll get one, mate, don't you worry.
You'll be getting a pub later.
Yeah. Guys, what is your feeling on music today? Not your music, your feeling on music today as the whole music generation.
Me personally, because with my young ones, I suppose, as we class ourselves all dinosaurs, you have to accept the new music. But one of the new singers that I really have fell in love with is Adele. Yeah. Because her sort of style is very, very country, R&B, bluesy roots, and she's doing all of her own material. There's some really good acts out there. And because you've got to think of the new generation, really, for the young ones. It's like everything our parents, what we listened to, our parents didn't listen to. But I feel at the moment that I'm not a lover of X Factor, I'm not a lover of Pop Idol. Because the kids today, they always want just fame. We've had to struggle all the 25 years being professional, being semi-professional, still taking day jobs, and to do that, because the scene at the moment really is that you get a lot of these young acts that expect fame straight away. And there's some great new songs coming out there, really. We've just gone about today, Amel Domain. Yeah. Brilliant act, rock and roll. There is a scene out there for it. But the young kids, my young kids, they think my stuff's crap, which is fair enough. But they've got their own, like young Em, she's music that she likes. Younger generation is always going to be different, but you do get the young going back and listen to what the parents do play. which is a good thing. But the scene itself, music scene, it's lively, but it needs them to be more original.
Well, I think it is changing, because back in the 90s, a lot of the pop music, every song sounded the same. It was all R&B and all rap, and it just sounded the same. There is a lot of new acts coming on the scene there that is doing their material. They are changing. Obviously moving the times. I mean, as Kerr mentioned, I've listened to Rihanna, and I think some of her songs are really good, which for you know, the music I normally listen to is nice and refreshing change.
That's a good thing about it though, mate, is that sometimes you can get a song whereas I might not listen to it, because I say to my kids it's a dum 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 all the while. But you do get a few acts coming through, like Adele, Duffy, that
Yeah,
we've
Duffy
said
was
before,
good, yeah.
you know what I mean, and all that sort of thing, whereas they can come along with a song and bang, it just opens that market. But you have too many.
And what's good, because with the originality coming through, is there a lot of cover versions and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way forward, I think.
I mean, we know one guy, Cy Cranston. Cy, he's people say that he's a Jackie Wilson clone, but I like Cy because he does his own material.
Yeah.
But it's very, very
influenced by it.
Influenced by it.
Yeah.
You're going to have that influence, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
And that's the longevity of a song.
If every band's on its toes, pinch bits and bobs from
The world of music now, like you've just said there, about digital, any act, you can do a song in your own bedroom. If you can get out to an audience, and it doesn't matter what, we've got to give all the kids, I'm going to knock them. I do knock them and say, oh, Timor, that's bloody rubbish, you know what I mean? It's the same old thing. What do you know, Dad? You know what I mean? All this business. But each have the taste. It keeps moving
But as you get older, you start to appreciate music more. I mean, I've listened to music before that I would never listen to when I was a kid.
Look at the stuff in the 80s. Some of the stuff in the 80s when we were playing and all that, we wouldn't, other than Queen, Meatloaf and all that, my sister was at Duran Duran, remember? But you look back now and think, bloody hell, they're good songs. You know what I mean? But at the time you just think, what? Because you're not influenced by that. You know what I mean? But looking back, it's
it's definitely changing for the better, in my opinion.
Well, that's right, because then that goes into my next question. What is your prediction about the future of CD and vinyl sales? And do you think that digital music will completely ever replace these formats?
Yeah,
yes,
it will eventually.
It will eventually.
Yeah.
We've seen that. I mean, at the moment in the UK, I don't know about anywhere else around the world, but they are starting to bring back vinyl. But that is
it's just a novelty
A
thing.
limited edition
sort of thing.
It's like a novelty. Oh, we bring out our single on vinyl, but
You look, years ago you had the amount of record shops, HMV, all the rest, Woolies and all them and everything. They're all dying a death now, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
So you've got Amazon and all this, but that is really digital.
because everybody nowadays has got MP3 players. Any teenagers walking around with headphones on with MP3 players.
It's like your mobile phone.
Yeah.
You can put apps down and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, originally you had a mobile phone just to receive a call. Now it's a mini computer with everything.
We know, personally from our point of view, digital has been the best thing that happened to us, really, because it's opened more doors, wider afield for us. Download charts that open doors, that audience that we probably won't get to. And but it's like children say, whereas regarding your good self, we've sent you MP3s, which have had a lot of MP3s, easy access.
It's like the number one.
We're giving you exclusives as well, as we do some of the DJ friends as well. If we had to send you, like I just said, albums and CDs at the time, the cost for acts, unless we can get a label to distribute in that territory like Australia and New Zealand, it's very, very hard. But digital, the market is unbelievable, and I think it's a fantastic thing, really.
Helping the whole world, isn't it, really?
Kerr, what plans do you have for the band, and are there any up-and-coming releases that we can look forward to?
Yeah, like I said, we've just released a brand new album to celebrate the 25th anniversary in the
What would that
spotlight.
be called?
In the spotlight. We've got 2 new singles. New single will be released at the end of this month, called In the Spotlight, and a comedy one that I wrote called about us, called Old, Bald and Bad.
And when can we look forward to them?
That'll be May. That's released.
Cool.
And that's also on the Hot Disc. That's the big record label distributes all around the world for us. And then June, we're releasing another track off the new album called Alone at Night. And I was looking through in the music room and I found some boxes of all unreleased songs that we forgot about, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I found a brand new unreleased track, Treasure Trove, that we one called Tear Corner.
Yeah.
So that'll be on, as I call it, the B side, but it'll be the double A side of the new single in June.
This question's for all of the members of the band. I may have asked you before, but who are your musical and non-musical influences?
Right, you go first.
Oh, it's going for I like all types of music, like the Eagles and stuff, and Garth Brooks, Roy Yoker.
And do you have any non-musical influences, like anyone you really don't like? Like sort of music, maybe? Like I don't like R&B.
I think in all types of music you can learn off it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't particularly like a certain style, you can always have a musical influence where you can learn off it.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, I never thought about music that way, and you can develop into your own originality and stuff.
Andy?
Yeah, well, I mean, I like heavy rock music, and I like country as well. Garth Brooks is one of my favourite country singers. I know you've played a few requests for me before. If you say non-music, I'd say it had to be opera or classical. I just can't get into it personally, especially opera.
So is that because you're a drummer and I'm a musician of the band?
I don't like opera also.
I haven't said, I'm going to go Bob, kept saying that.
Come on. And what about you, Kerr?
My influences, as you know, are rock and roll, country, I like the British acts. I've said it before that Raymond Froggatt is a big influence on me because he gave me the courage to step forward and do it. Of course, Elvis is my all-time idol. But it's all rock and roll styles, Carl Perkins, now across the board. I like Dean Martin, I like Frank Sinatra.
Anything you don't like?
Well, I can't, I'm going to be honest, I like the R&B at the moment, because to me personally, what I find angry, and I shouldn't do, is that they sample a lot of material and they'll take like a hit from the 80s or whatever and then they'll reuse it. But I've got to, that's me personally, because I'm still open-minded, but that is a generation. But for music to listen to, you can always give me the classics from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and the 80s now, like I've said, occasional ones from the 90s.
2000s.
2000s, there's not really a lot happening there, was there? But, and I like classical, I like Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. I've got eclectic taste, Bruce Springsteen, Ozzy, Kiss, but my main thing that I always fall back on is country and rock and roll. That's because, give me a country song any time, that you can always put it on if you're down, if you're feeling lonely, and that's the sort of thing. And rock and roll, because, you know, as soon as you hear rock and roll, your foot just taps.
Yeah.
In the way that you go.
The same country, isn't it?
That's because what we do. We like to do, as you know, in our shows, we do across the board. We'll do a heartbreak song for somebody, hopefully a song, he's wrote that for me, and then the next breath, we kick up the rock and roll, and the sad 1 minute, but they hear that, they want to party to it, so. But I can't really say that I've got different, or any influences that I don't like.
Sorry about that.
Some rats in here, now. Some rats going around.
Okay. Andy, can you please describe the shows that you do, both visually and musically? You.
Me?
Yeah. Or rather, as a group, can you describe them?
Yeah. We've always said if an audience can see a band that doesn't look happy on stage, they're not going to be happy. Okay. So we always go on stage, have a good time, enjoy ourselves, and where a lot of bands will play for the audience and try to cater for every audience, in the member of the audience taste, you'll never please everybody.
No.
So the way we look at it, we go on stage, and as long as we're happy in what we're doing, having a really good time, that washes off onto the audience, and obviously they will have a good time and enjoy themselves as well. We like to put some humour into the show as well, rather than just
you know that yourself, don't you?
So yeah, because I'm normally sitting. I mean, it's like I'm normally sitting at the drums, and I've got Kerr and Martin at the side of me, and Martin will come across and pull a face or do something soft, and I'll start laughing, and Kerr turns around and wonder why I'm laughing. And I mean, there's always pranks and jokes going on while we're on stage. This
actually wasn't one of the questions, but you seem to be the main one behind the pods. Can you tell me the story behind the pods. I'm sure a lot of people out there
They do get some
are
occasionally.
wondering, but I have noticed that you seem to be the main one. Can I ask why? Is there a reason?
Well,
This is the time for all your fans around the world.
Be honest.
well,
Even I would like to know that.
It did start off as a bit of a joke when somebody mucked up, or if I mucked up, or which, I mean, everybody's human, you all make mistakes.
As you've noticed today.
I think Martin brought it about because he was on about something, and he did the face, pulled his ears, I mean, like that. And I said, what's that? He says, this Pop off telly. Now, if you don't know, or people don't know, it was this cartoon character with big ears and big lips, and they thought
That
it
doesn't
was, we found it
really
funny.
describe you, does it?
No,
No.
but the point is, you deflected
No.
from the question. She asked you a question. Why do you get the pops?
Yeah, why do you? Why
Because
make
then
it
it's funny that if I made a mistake, then they pull my ears and give me a pob, and then it becomes if anybody else made a mistake, they'd get a pob, and then that's the way it goes. But I don't know, it's something that's been going on in the Kerr Donnelly Band
It's
for
a few
And the
years.
main reason is
And the
because
main
you
one-
make most
The
mistakes.
mistakes, baby, didn't you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
So,
No, I wouldn't say that.
But as you can tell, we always, because we had an email regarding this from the videos and the TV shows, and we started dropping the pops in, and it's like, yeah, like that. It's like, you know, you've seen Alfred Hitchcock, he walk in one of his films. The fans seem to expect it now, don't they?
They want to see a pob in the
so
video.
in all honesty, would you mind if we actually saw Andy get a pop today?
Oh, right.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Thanks a lot.
This is what you
Thanks
call.
Thanks a lot.
This is what you call.
I
For the
remember-
radio audience.
I remember that
For the
one.
radio audience, are we ready?
After 3,
3, 2, 1.
Ah!
There you go, guys.
There's a
That's the
famous
pob.
Kerr Donnelly pob.
Sorry about that, bro.
You're definitely getting one later.
You guys have been saying this all day. Anyway, what do you think about downloading music online?
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Mhm.
Why?
Like I said before, because it's easy access,
Mm.
we can get it to the fans, and
and I can access you a lot quicker.
a lot quicker.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I touched on this, but Marty, what is your outlook on the music industry today? Just yours.
My outlook. My outlook is as long as keep giving the originality and stuff.
You cold love.
You go.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah.
Language to the
Sorry, mate. It's good. It's all right.
It's one in every crowd.
Okay.
Sorry.
As long as keep moving forward with originality and
Mhm.
stuff and progressing. That's it,
Um,
really.
This is for each of you. Could you please tell me a story about a day in your life?
Kerr.
Day in the life. What?
Yeah. Basically, just a story in a day in your life.
Well, the thing is, like you say, you like everybody go up in the morning. You know what I mean? As you do. The first thing you think, like, what I've got to do today for the guys. And first thing I look at, say, right, an idea for a song, or if I've got anything to release. You know what I mean? Or what the guys expecting. The kettle goes on. First thing the kettle goes on, and then would you call it? Come downstairs, and if I can beat a good lady at the computer, go on the computer and check all the emails, see what business is coming in for the day, what emails we have, and then I'll plan out what I need to do for the band, what is needed to be done, and normally I always try and write a song a day if I can, even if it's just a title, or if it's just lyrics, and sometimes I can just go into the music room and nothing's there, come back out and spend the rest of the day then either, you know what I mean, on the computer as I do, or watching DVDs, and you know what I mean.
I mean, you've even wrote song we've been in the pub, haven't you? And you
Yeah.
just grabbed the beer mat and started writing away on the beer mat, and then
Yeah.
inspiration just suddenly struck you.
And what about you, Andy? A story about a day in your life?
Story day in our life.
Anything in particular?
Well, weekends I like because if we're not out on the road playing, we go out and rehearse. Sundays as well, I like getting to the drum studio. In some cases I like to just drum to other stuff, just as a change. I like to see my grandkids as well.
Yeah, it's very important to you, isn't
The grandkids are very special to us, and I mean, I love them to bits, but they just like beating me up and they use me as a bouncy castle, which, you know.
Yeah, like I say, the grandkids are always there, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're always part of your life. You know what I mean?
It's very special to me, so I really look forward to the weekend when I can get away from work and actually spend some time with the grandkids.